Welcome, everybody. Kevin James Gonzalez. Today's topic with Mr. Ray Fernandez-Silva is why hire an agent to represent you as a buyer? There's a lot of buyers in the world today. We all have a choice. I think it's really imperative. So we're honored to have Mr. Ray Fernandez-Silva here from the Fernandez-Silva Real Estate Group. We got a series of questions that we are sure that most of you are going to want to ask when you're interviewing your agent that is representing you in the single most important transaction of your life. So, how are you, Ray?
I'm doing great. It's been a long day, but I'm excited to be here. Excited to be with you, Kevin. To be able to, to answer some of your questions and
podcast. That's where it's at, right? Yeah. So for those of you who are watching the video, great, good to have you on. But if not, it's just a great value information for you to listen to while you're in your car, at the gym, in the bathroom, getting ready, whatever it is that you're doing, sitting at a parking stoplight waiting for a train to go by. You can get some good stuff. And the reason I say this is because I've learned some really key things at a train stop. While the train's going, I'm frustrated. I'm listening and educating. Oh, I can use that. See, I would have never had that if that opportunity didn't come. But anyways, we're using technology. We're leveraging technology, which Ray does as a professional. So we're going to fire some questions with Ray today. Are you ready? What experience do you have as a buyer's agent? Let's start with that, Ray.
That's right. Well, I'll say that about 65% of my clients have been buyers.
Right.
So the majority of the clients that are represented in my real estate transactions have been on the buying side.
Yeah.
So I do definitely have a lot of experience. I help a lot of buyers purchase a first home. Many of them have purchased second home, investment properties. So my experience comes from the track record that I bring to the table and those people who have helped.
How familiar you are with the local real estate market and neighborhoods? Can you provide some insights on market trends, schools, and other relevant factors that could impact a buyer's decision?
Definitely. So when we meet with the client, one of the things that I do as a prerequisite to hiring me is to go through a buyer consultation. It's important to go through a buyer consultation. So during the buyer consultation, we go over the market. And that's the expertise that I bring. So I share with them what the market is doing, specifically what the market is doing to where they want to move in and invest or buy a property.
Right.
So I show them on the computer what's going on in that particular neighborhood or those particular neighborhoods, what homes are selling, what homes are not selling, and what homes are selling for and how fast they're selling. And one more thing that I do is I show them the type of financing that is mostly, I want to say...
beneficial.
Yeah, beneficial to them, but it's the one financing that is mostly common in that area.
Okay.
And why is that important? It's because they need to know what they're going to go up against.
Yes.
I educate the client. I inform the client based on facts.
Right.
I'll let you decide if that works for you or not.
Yeah.
But through the buyer consultation, that's what I do. So that's why I feel that I'm an expert, because I know what the market is doing. And I make you, my client, an expert. And believe it or not, sometimes you, my client, will know more than some of my colleagues out there.
I love that. All right. So what type of properties do you specialize in? Is there a specific type?
Yeah, of course. I specialize in single family residence, which is 1 to 4 units. Most of my clients, I'll say over 50% of my clients, more than half, definitely are buying a single family residence, regular home. Sometimes they're buying townhomes and condominiums. I have sold multiple multi-property units, 2 to 4 units. And of course, anything over 4 units, as you know, it's called commercial real estate, which, we're not going to touch at this point.
So how do you help buyers negotiate the best price for a property? With so many, offers and multiple offers, what does that look like for you in your experience? How do you get your offers accepted?
It comes through communication. Okay. So first, again, and I'm going to go back multiple times to that buyer consultation. It's important that we have a sit down and that we understand what the market is doing.
Yeah.
And that you understand what the market expects of you. If we align your expectations, your ability to purchase a property with what the market is doing, we're going to be successful in finding you the right home in the right location at the price and within the budget that you want.
Correct. That's a really important part.
It is very, very important to find it within your budget. And how I get your offer accepted, again, it comes through communication. I have a very good reputation in my industry. I have good communication with my colleagues, and I'm very open when it comes to letting them know the type of client that I'm working with.
Right.
And if it makes financial sense to my clients first, and then their clients, then we'll proceed to put in an offer together. Again, it has to be within their budget, and it has to make financial sense to them.
How important is it to have the right team for you?
It's very important.
Okay.
Very important, Kevin. I mean, you can't do this on your own. I mean,
right.
Buyers can actually go out there and buy a home without an agent.
Sure.
I mean, but you can also go to the dentist or not go to the dentist and just pull your tooth.
Correct. It's up to you.
It's up to you, right?
Yeah.
But why you choose to go to a dentist? Because it's less painful.
Right.
Working with a professional real estate agent like myself, my team, it's less painful.
Correct.
We negotiate for you. We make sure that we review every contract, every disclosure. We make sure we explain to you the process. We make sure you understand why offering this price is better than this price, or why not offering this price is in your best interest.
That's awesome.
It's important to work with a team that knows what the market is doing.
Absolutely. All right. So what is your process for guiding buyers through the home process and identifying, like more of a target for them so they can get a deal closed?
Definitely. Well, goes back to the buyer consultation, right? In the buyer consultation, we kind of go over the parties that will be involved in the transaction. Why is it important to have a lender, an inspector? Why it's important to preview properties? Why it's important that when you actually go inside a property, how you look at the property.
Correct. How you view it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Those of you who have worked with me understand that I have a very unique way of looking at properties. And when you walk into a home that we're looking for you to buy, I give you specific tips as to what you need to look for and what you need to do and what you're not allowed to say,
right,
in the home until we're away. Why? Because all those things are tactics that we use to negotiate. So I make sure that you understand the importance of having a home inspection, the importance of having a termite inspection,
correct,
the importance of taking your time to review the disclosures,
correct,
the paperwork that will be handed over to you.
Right.
I'll make sure that you feel at peace, that you are comfortable reviewing everything
right
before signing.
Now, let's go back to something you mentioned. Why is it important not to talk at an open house or when you're going through the process of viewing houses? Why are you so strict about making any comments? Let's dive into that.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So my clients sometimes, for example, walk in and go, "Oh my God, I love this home. Oh my God, look at that kitchen. Oh my God, look at that. Oh babe, look at that." Or you get the reverse. Right. "Oh my God, that's disgusting. Oh yeah, look at that peachy color."
Buying a home, it's an emotional decision.
Right.
It is an emotional decision. It should be a logical decision. So I take it from a logical perspective.
Right.
So taking it from a logical perspective as a professional, I tell my clients to hold their comments if they can, and they should hold their comments. Why? Because being an emotional decision, it could affect how the agents in there or the owners in there
are receiving
and viewing you
as
and now
a
your
potential
offer.
buyer.
Right, because they will judge you based on your comments.
Right.
I don't want them to judge you based on your comments. I want them to judge us based on the presentation of our offer. I let the offer speak for you. I let the offer written present your ability to buy that home.
Correct.
Whether the property is beautiful or not, which is important, it shouldn't be when it comes to the written contract.
Correct.
So if you don't make a comment, whether it be good or bad, it gives me an opportunity to negotiate and make you and present you to them as someone who is willing and able and ready to purchase a home, and let them know that you are the best decision for them to buy their property.
That's awesome. All right. And so again, in closing, let's talk about references. Do you like to share your references? Do you have a lot of feedback? Let's talk about that.
I'm an open book. I mean, you can Google me. You can check me online.
Mr. 88 Days,
right? Mr. 88 Days, right? My website, helpmebuyoursell.com. I mean, you can go and you can see my reviews. You are welcome to see my track record. A lot of properties that I have sold have been off market. Okay. And what does that mean? that means they were negotiated outside the actual MLS. That's right.
Which is huge.
Which is very huge. I have a lot of clients who actually call me and say, Mr. Fernandez, we are thinking about selling our home. This is what we're looking for. We're not interested on listing the property. I say, not a problem. There's no commitment with me other than when I bring you a client,
right,
and you're satisfied with what I present to you, then let's move forward. A lot of clients have actually called me to sell their home off market,
right,
and then they decide, you know what, let's go on market. It's your call. So I have sold a lot of properties off market. In some of those sales, they actually don't want anybody to know. In fact, I sold a property in San Clemente. It was a very nice property on the bluff. I had it on the market. I had it off market.
Right.
We had multiple offers. My client saw what we could get off market, and then she decided to let's go on the market, which is fine.
Yeah.
I believe that going on market is better than off market, but it is your home, it's your property, it's your decision. My job is to bring you the results that you will accept.
Correct.
So it's important. It's important to give you references, and I have multiple references, and you can pick and choose who you're gonna call.
Correct.
You know, I mean, maybe one of those clients isn't happy with my services. I don't know. I feel that I done a great job, but then again, how they feel is different than what I feel, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm open. You can have conversations with any reference I give you.
Fantastic. Well, let's give it up. Thank you, Mr. 88. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
It's great to have you guys. If you have any further questions, please reach out to Ray Fernandez-Silva. How do they reach you? Give
me a call at 562-754-3469. Again, you can just Google Ray Fernandez-Silva, Mr. 80 Days, and I'm sure you'll find many ways to contact me. And feel free to check out what's out there in regards to what we provide, and I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised with what you find.
Thanks. Stay tuned and keep on watching the rest of the podcast. Have a great day.
God is good.
God is good. See you later.